Good afternoon, everybody, or in this also good morning for the folks in the West Coast. We have a preview of the CONCACAF Semifinals starting tonight. It will be a 10:30 kickoff, at least 10:30 kickoff, 7:30 Pacific. Thank God it's not 11:30 because that was just crazy. But we go to Vancouver. As far as I know, they are already in Vancouver, Canada. The away matchup between Inter Miami and the Vancouver Whitecaps. Vancouver Whitecaps at this very moment, the top team in the Western Conference. So while we talk about MLS play for a little bit, to give you the gist of how good they are, 9 games played. They won 6 games. They only drew twice, and they only lost 1 game. Inter Miami still is the unbeaten team in the league in MLS play. For Vancouver, they had some pretty obstacles to get to where they needed to be. Like, for example, round 1, they started off against Saprissa, who Saprissa beat Vancouver in 2-1. And this was, let me double check real quick. This was in Costa Rica, San Jose, Costa Rica. However, away goals. Vancouver has an away goal. And in game 2, where they had to go from Costa Rica all the way up to Vancouver, where Vancouver has won this game in game 2, 2-0 against Saprissa. And because of the away goals, they probably would have already advanced with the way that they tied it up, as far as I remember. But they scored another goal. They scored another goal to ensure their victory, and they would advance to the round of 16. And in March, they did just that. A really tough game, really tough matchup between Vancouver and Monterrey. Something that Inter Miami just failed to do last year. They drew 1-1 in Vancouver against Monterrey. And they also drew 2-2 in Monterrey, in Monterrey, Mexico. Because the away goals, Vancouver has more away goals than Monterrey did, which means Vancouver will advance to the quarterfinals. Then, quarterfinal against UNAM, which is I think it's another Liga MX team. I think so. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, Pumas. It's Pumas. Pumas. They drew 1-1. They drew 1-1 in British Columbia. That's the west coast of Canada, Vancouver. So Pumas has the away goal advantage. Now going down to Mexico, in Mexico City, I believe that's where they were. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, I think so. Unicitario. Okay, never mind. Forget it. Yeah, Mexico City. There it is. They also drew 2-2. This was that late equalizer in the stoppage time with Vancouver, and we all thought that Pumas was going to advance through. This is why I stayed up late watching this game alone, because this was going to be a matchup that we're going to play against. We thought it was going to be Pumas at the 88th minute, but Vancouver has survived and got the away goal in the 93rd minute of stoppage with Blackman. And because of the away goals, that's how they made it to the semifinals. Here we are. Inter Miami going up against Vancouver Whitecaps tonight, 10:30 kickoff for us, 7:30 for them. The players to watch, of course, is Messi, Suarez, Allende. Noah Allen is also going to be the player, the defender, to help us within. And Busquets was suspended in the last game against LAFC. He's going to be eligible to play in this one. And Robert Taylor, there was breaking news with Robert Taylor that he has been traded and he has been sent to Austin FC for $700,000 in allocation money. So there's your breaking news there. As it's not video titled, but actually, yeah, it'll be video titled. But the players to watch out for, of course, you have to look out for Blackman, who was clutch in that game. You also got to watch out for White. Is it Brian White? Yeah, Brian White. He is their best player. I think he's their best player. Brian White played 6 matches, has 3 goals already with Vancouver, as well as Berhalter, who is a midfielder. Looks like a solid one, too. Ahmed is a pretty good defender who can assist. He only has 1 assist in the season, but Vite also has an assist. And Alcampa with an assist as well. Their best player is Brian White. Brian White, their best player to watch out for. And also too, another thing that's going well for the Vancouver Whitecaps is their goalkeeping. Their goalkeeping. Tecalco, if I said it right. Tecalco. There we go. He's a pretty darn good goalkeeper. Really good goalkeeper. Their only loss, Vancouver, their only loss in league play is against Chicago in Vancouver. That's a big loss. So, Chicago Fire beat Vancouver. Their only loss of the season to Vancouver in MLS play. But I want to make that point here is that they do not lose this season as often. But this is Inter Miami we're talking about. This is going to be a little bit different with the opponent's side. Inter Miami going up in BC place. It looks like Messi will indeed play in this one because last year, as well as Suarez, I believe, they did not play at that stadium. It's a multi-purpose stadium, I believe, as far as I remember, because Vancouver Whitecaps obviously play in that stadium. But the Canadian football team, the Vancouver team, which I'm going to look up right now because I totally forgot their name, because they also play at that stadium. Team CFL, because CFL, BC Lions. There we go. BC Lions play at that stadium. But you cannot sleep on Vancouver. My point here, Vancouver, dangerous team, probably the best team in the MLS as of right now. The best. This is a team that could dethrone Inter Miami, but only if Inter Miami allowed it to. I think tonight's going to be a big game. I think it's going to be a slow-paced first half, and the second half will be quickly paced up. And players like our players should watch out for the turf. That is a turf type of field. I think it's artificial, so it could be dangerous for the knees. But Vancouver's used to it, but Inter Miami players are not. So that was the big question with Messi last year. And ultimately, because they have to travel out west just to come back to the East Coast. And they're doing it again. They're doing it again in this case. But this is the weekend matchup, so this is a little bit of the thing. Tonight's Thursday, but then the weekend, Dallas. So because of this game alone, the Inter Miami game going up against Dallas is the reason why they pushed it to Sunday instead of Saturday, which thankfully they did that, and it's a 5 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. But that's unrelated to what we're talking about today. And that's pretty much your preview for this one. Game 1 would be at BC Place in Vancouver, which is tonight. And leg 2 will be in Chase Stadium Wednesday, April 30th. Get the away goals right now. Get the away goals. If you're into Miami, get the away goals in this game and then finish them off at home. That's the goal here, to get to the CONCACAF championship. We're this close, because I think the final, it will be on June 1st. We're this close of making it to the finals. We just got to get through Vancouver and then make it to the finals. And even the finals is not going to be an easy peasy. Okay? We'll be going for our third trophy, the third major trophy in franchise history. We got the Leagues Cup, which was amazing. And we got the Supporter Shield, which is... and then followed up by the humiliation a week or so later. But look, Inter Miami's known for winning championships, right? Act like it and get through Vancouver to get there. And then the stress can finally build up to the roof. And also, this is the same amount of time the playoffs happening. So, yeah, that's a triple whammy. So there's that as well. All right, man. Well, that's good to do it for this preview. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe for content, because Miami TVG has your back. When he does, he'll be right there with you for your team that you deserve. Tonight, Panthers game 2 against Tampa Bay Lightning. And we already talked about this game. And the NFL draft. The NFL draft, that's going to be tonight with the Miami Dolphins. And yeah, man. And yes, Canada has their own football league, CFL. We got the NFL. Rules are a tiny bit different compared to field goals. All right, man. That's going to do it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Everybody, have a pleasant day. Adios.